One of the biggest things that I have issues with when I'm going outside in the winter and using great big heavy ski gloves is that there's no flexibility. I have thin gloves like these, they are flexible and stuff like that, but eventually my hands will get cold because of how thin they are. But that is not something that you really have to worry about with these gloves here. These are the Arc Former gloves, and they have a couple of different color combinations. This is the tan and black. But these are thin, but not as thin as these ones here, but they are flexible. So let me go ahead and get this tag off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. As I'm taking these apart also, a couple of the other things that they have on here is that they do have touchscreen compatibility. So the index finger and the thumb in these gloves are made out of a material that you can still use your touch screen if you need to. Sorry. Okay, so one of the things with the big heavy gloves is you can't really make a good fit. They're not really flexible, but these ones are nice and flexible that way. Now they have the insulation in here from 3M. It's the Thinsulate insulation. And so you put these on, and they're nice and flexible. And then I've got my son's phone here, so you can flip up. Whoop. There you go, and it will so. And there you go. So you can use it to use your phone however you need to, but they're that way. And again, like I said, they're waterproof. So you can use them outside in the snow and your hands aren't going to get all wet and cold. So we'll show you a shot outside here really quick. But yeah, these are great gloves, nice and they're thick enough to keep your hands warm. And then if you had to do like snow shoveling or something like that, they've got enough on there to protect your hands, but they're not so thick that you can't use your hands. So we'll go outside here in just a second. We'll show you what they look like outside and how warm they can keep you. Okay, we're outside in our driveway. It is currently 27 degrees outside. My hands are nice and warm. And again, these are waterproof. That way we can probably come over to our curb because we've had quite a bit of snow. But there you go. And the great thing also is they're nice and long on the wrist. So if you got it in your coat and you have a good coat sleeve, then that comes all the way down to here. So that's going to keep all the snow out from getting into my hands. So there you go. You can see that water just beating right off. Great gloves, Arc Former, can't go wrong. Last thing that we forgot to talk about before we took these outside, and kind of really the number one complaint that I have with the ski gloves and the outdoor gloves that we have is losing them. Now these Arc Former gloves, they have a pretty robust clip here. Just clip them together and then they stay together so you can store them and they don't get lost. So Arc Former gloves, there you go.